Hello, welcome to my channel, Coin Chief. My name is Ian. If you're a new viewer and you found my channel organically through YouTube search or Google search or whatever, welcome. If you find this content useful at any point, please click the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. If you're seeing my content for the second or more time and you haven't yet subscribed, please do it. It only takes a second and it really helps me out. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Crypto.com debit card right here. Everything you need to know about it, the pros and cons, who can have one, how to get one, what it's good for, and everything in between. I've had one for a couple of years, although I stopped using it about a year ago. There are some very good things about it, and there's some things that are slightly annoying, but it's a decent choice. If you're a U.S. user, if you're outside the U.S., it's probably even better, especially if you can get the exchange connected. But without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it, and then you can come to your own conclusion based on what I tell you. Now, before I get into the ins and outs of the card, I'm sure everyone listening to this has seen, the Matt Damon commercials, the LeBron James commercial during the Super Bowl. They're Crypto.com sponsored an arena. They're doing advertisement out the yin yang. So they are pushing hard to become a big player in the crypto industry. And it's, I think it's working. So anyway, onto the card. You see here they have a very splashy front page the crypto.com/US/cards. Very sexy looking page. They get the cards flashing all over the place. Anyway, they get right to the point once you scroll down. You can get this Midnight Blue card without staking anything. You don't have to do anything. You only get 1% back in their native token, CRO. I'll get into CRO later on in the video. If you stake $400 worth of CRO, you can get the Ruby Steel card, 2%, and you get Spotify reimbursed. 2% cashback, you can get that on many credit cards. That's really not a big deal to me. You only started getting into the good stuff once you get up to the 3% tier. It takes $4,000 worth of CRO to do that one. And then you actually add Netflix. You can get Netflix too free after that. There's other benefits as well. You can get staking rewards and all that. I'll get into those more in a little bit. I'm not going to talk about the 40,000 level and the 400,000. I mean, those are absurd levels of money to stake. I'm sure the people that have people way smarter than me to talk about them, and my channel's focused towards average people like me, so I'm not even going to waste time talking about them. But you can see with the Royal Indigo, you do get airport lounge access. I had it for like 6 months. I never used it. And then there's a bunch of additional benefits beyond that for the next tiers up. And then they go into the ATM limits. Now, as to who can get a Crypto.com or CDC debit card, you can see here when you go to the main page and you select the products, go to cards, United States, European Economic Area, Singapore, Brazil, Australia, Turkey, and then the rest of the globe. I don't know what that means. So essentially, if you're in any one of these other areas other than globe, the rest of the globe, I'm assuming you could get it. I do have to say, you need to understand that this is accessing only the card, at least for the United States. I can't speak for all the other jurisdictions. I'm not really sure. But in the United States, you can get the card, but you cannot access the exchange. This is obviously due to SEC regulations and all the rules around, similar to Binance. They had to spin off Binance.us. Eventually, there's going to be Crypto.us for an exchange. But I'm not talking about the exchange here. But just keep that in mind when you're applying for this. It's completely separate from the exchange. Now, this card works slightly differently from another card that I reviewed previously, and that was the Coinbase debit card. With this card, you top up fiat, you deposit fiat to the card, and then you top up to your card. So it's slightly different, but you're essentially just spending your fiat, but it has to be deposited to your account first and then moved over to your card wallet, as they call it. They have a nice help page here that kind of goes into it, how to navigate and do the top up, explains all the different cryptocurrencies you can use to top up. Do not, do what you want. I'm not spending my cryptocurrency in this fashion. I'm spending fiat currency or a stable coin. Anyway, I'm not going to read through all of these. I will show you how it works because that's much easier. And then you'll probably see some other features about the app that may be slightly annoying, but you figure them out once you do it once or twice. So here we are in the app. You can see we've got a nice looking interface here. And to deposit fiat, you click the nice little icon in the middle. Then you click on Fiat Wallet, click Transfer, and deposit. Then you deposit fiat in whatever currency you're in. I'm in the US, so it'd be United States dollar. Then you have 3 different options here. Linking bank account, which is no fee and instant. That wasn't available previously. Bank deposit, which I used to have to use, which is ACH deposit. And the funds are available in 3 to 5 business days, which is typical. And then wire transfer, which is no fee on their end. And I'm sure it costs you, $25 for your bank to send a wire transfer. So, choose wisely. I would try to link bank account first, see if that works. Then you select click bank account, and then you click on deposit now. And then if you had a bank account linked previously, I had my old USA account, you click deposit in whatever amount you want to deposit. I'm not going to do any because I don't want to deposit any. So to help you make a decision, obviously we have to talk about the pros and cons of the card. Now, one of the pros, this is going to sound silly, but it is a metal card. It's very thick. It's aluminum. They look very cool, in my opinion. But to me, that's not enough of a reason to get the card. Now, another positive, in my opinion, worth mentioning is the overall design of the app. It looks very good, feels very well designed. It hasn't been majorly redesigned in a couple of years. So, and another thing here is you can see the sheer amount of cryptos that you can buy from within the app. It is quite a lot. You can buy probably about as many as you can find on Kraken, Gemini, mostly. Maybe not Coinbase, but you can buy a lot of different cryptos there. And also worth mentioning, as you can see from the screenshot of the card, is you have a lot of different options for both funding your card and topping up your spending wallet. You can fund from a variety of different sources, and you can spend cryptos freely as you choose. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that when I started using the app for the debit card funding and moving things around, I didn't find things a little bit clunky and difficult to navigate. There's a lot of different functionality in this app. I mean, once you figure it out, you can find your way around, but it's not the most well-built thing in the world, in my opinion. Also, I found extracting information from the app to be very painful. It had to be done through a CSV file instead of through an API call or anything, and that was painful come tax time. So that was another factor for me in deciding to move away from this card and move to something that made my life a little bit simpler. Now, another thing to keep in mind with this particular card is all of your cash back is going to be in the Chronos Token. Now, some of you that have been around for a while, you might say, wait, Chronos Token, CRO, isn't that the crypto.org or crypto.com native token? They recently rebranded. Now, this could be a good thing. It appears to me that they might be trying to kind of be the next Binance and build their own ecosystem. So I hold a little bit of CRO just for that purpose. Maybe it's, in case it 5Xs or 10Xs. But you have to keep in mind that you're going to get your rewards at the rate that CRO is for that day. So, they're going to do the math. And one other thing that I found annoying when I was using the card was there was no way to pull in my transactions to a tracker manually. I had to upload CSV files, and that is not fun to try to do from your phone because that's the only way the app works. So that's, kind of a personal complaint as well. You could monitor blockchain addresses, but that's annoying. I'd prefer to upload one API key and just keep it synchronized. So it is what it is. Now, at the end of the day, after you look at all of the aspects that go into it, you're probably asking, is this a good deal for me? My personal opinion and my personal feeling was that if I had access to the exchange, it would be. I would probably pursue it and use the card more if it had that feature. But due to the fact that I'm in the US and I can't access that, I moved on from it. I still hold one, and like many other things in crypto, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm using the Coinbase card at the moment. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out there's a couple of sections of the internet that you should check if you want to learn more. It's reddit.com/r/crypto_com. They have a really good Reddit community. It's very active. They ask a lot of questions, a lot of back and forth banter. There's actual reps from crypto.com that show up there and answer frequently. You can see they got the LeBron James Fortune Favors the Brave Super Bowl ad up there. And then on their help, they've got questions and answers galore of everything you could possibly want to know about their card for every region. Goes into great detail. So check that out if you're interested. Also, I'll have my referral link in the description in case you are interested in getting one of these cards. If you're not, more power to you. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you stuck with my RAF all the way till the end of this video, then you must have got something out of it. So please hit that like button and especially the subscribe button. I'm a brand new channel, fairly new. I've been around for a year, but I've had a hiatus there for a while. And I'm really trying to grow and provide what I've learned out there to the world, and your support would help me in doing that. So like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.